Okay, we're recording. Okay, so good morning. For today's class, we're going to start in rock pose or thunderbolt pose, whatever you want to call it, bending our knees and sitting back on our shins. Now, if that's uncomfortable for any reason, sit cross-legged. You can also slip a block under your bottom and sit on it like that. That makes it a little more accessible. So we're going to start there. And we're going to start by just resting our hands either face down or face up and lengthen your spine, crowning your head. And let's get started with 2 cleansing breaths. So this is a space where we don't have to wear masks. We can be free breathers. So let's enjoy that. Let's inhale through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth. And let your exhale settle you into your space. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. And again, let the exhale ground you and let yourself arrive. And let's just sit here for a few breaths, closing our mouth and beginning our Ujjayi breath. You can even close your eyes if you'd like. All right, so focus on letting the exhales center and ground you. At any time, if this is uncomfortable for your knees or your ankles, come out of it and take a different pose. Otherwise, this is a great stretch for the ankles, for the quads, for the legs. In today's practice, we're going to focus mainly on the legs. So once we come out of rock pose and start to move around, you're going to feel yourself opening, expanding, and we're also going to strengthen and balance. All right, so from here, let's go ahead, open the eyes, and let's take the hands behind us. Maybe I'll turn it this way. If you're sitting like in rock pose, and then just lift your knees a couple inches from the floor and get that nice stretch in the front of your ankle, and then come back down. You can do it one more time. Just increasing the stretch in the front of the ankle and then coming back down. Now we're going to take the toes pose. So curl your toes behind you and sit on your heels. Again, if it doesn't feel right for you today, you can go ahead and read a magazine or skip it or do something else. Otherwise, we'll be in this toe pose to stretch out the bottoms of our feet and our toes for 2 breaths. All right, and I think we'll release the toes pose now, and we'll just come to tabletop. And as you come to tabletop, get the blood flowing in your feet again and just tap them out. Turn this way. Get the blood flowing and just tap them out. All right, so let's just take a moment in tabletop pose. Be aware of your hands. Look down at your fingers. Spread them wide. The creases of your wrists face straight ahead. And then let your hips stack over your knees. And let's go ahead and press forward and back, or halfway back, a few times. And then fall back into child's pose with your head lying on the mat or on your hands if you want to bend your arms. And here again, let every exhale ground you and center you. We're just here for one more slow breath. And then we come back up. Let's roll through 6 cat and cows. Toes tucked or not tucked, whatever you like. And do them nice and slow and feel each part of your spine. From the top of your head to the tip of your tail. And this is a good place to remind yourself to move with your breath. And back to tabletop position. So now we're going to just take that right leg with the toes tucked. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't over, but and just stretch it back and enjoy that feeling of openness in the right leg. You can press forward and back a little, like a teeter-totter. All right, and then we will come back to tabletop. Let's try the other leg. So stretch out the left leg behind you, pressing into the ball of the foot. Either hold it or move forward and back, giving the sole of the ball of the foot and the toes a little stretch. And once again, back to tabletop position. All right, from here, sit back in rock just for a moment and bring your awareness to your hands. You might want to just roll out your wrists. I'll try to remember to do that between the tabletops and the down dogs. All right, and back to tabletop position. Now we're going to do spinal balance from here. So stretch your right leg back, press the ball of the foot back, and stretch the left arm forward. Gaze down at your mat, and we're going to hold for 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the leg in the air, but lower the left hand. And now we're going to take that left foot out behind us and take that modified side plank. Right foot, right leg long, right arm reaching high. And then we're going to try to extend the right arm overhead. Or modified extended side angle. Let's count to 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back to table. Shake it out, wiggle it out, whatever you need. Same thing on the other side. Stretch the left leg out in the air. Press through the ball of the foot, and the right arm reaches forward. Spinal balance. We're going to do this same pose later on, standing up. So let's count 4, 3, 2, 1. Put down your right hand, turn the right foot behind you, and let's take that modified side plank. Open up your chest, open up your lungs, breathe freely, and then stretch the left arm overhead for the full body stretch. And back down to tabletop. All right, back down to tabletop. And from here, take 4 more cat-cows, just waving your spine. All right, and then getting ready to come up. So let's press through the hands. You can even walk your hands a handprint up for down dog. Tuck your toes and then lift your knees, raise your hips, and come up to downward facing dog, an upside down V shape with your body. So to begin, press away from the floorboards, get a measure of where you feel tight, where you feel open, and then do something to feel better, maybe pedal out. Maybe raise your heels and your hips and press down on the balls of your feet. You know, there's plenty of things you can play with and do here. Maybe shake out the head. All right, from downward dog, let's just hold for 3 breaths, really trying to get the heels to the floor if possible, or imagining them there, pressing away from the ground. 1 more deep breath. And then from here, we're going to walk to the middle of the mat and take forward fold. You can dangle, you can hold your legs, you can bend your arms, We're going to be here for about 5 breaths to do something that feels really especially good to your body today. You're just dangling or swaying or holding on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let the arms go free and slowly come up halfway to a flat back, like a table. And then take your arms out and then give yourself a hug. Take your arms out and then wrap your arms around your back. Go 3 more of these with the breath. All right. And then maybe try taking the arms out like a T. And then only if it feels safe to you, take the arms forward. And then out like a T again, and then fold once again. You can bend your knees and fold, and then come all the way up to stand. And let's come all the way up to stand. We'll come to high mountain pose just for a moment. Feel the stretch, and then begin to just bend one arm, then the other, like you're picking fruit from a tree. Get into the sides of your body. Let's go 4 more. Picking olives, picking apples, whatever you're picking. And then we'll stretch both arms all the way up once again, and then release. Roll out your shoulders a few times. Before we move on, we're going to do something for the wrists, the hands. We're going to take the hands behind us and bring the backs of your hands together just for a moment. Relax your shoulders. And then slowly bring the palms up and the palms of the hands together. So we have our hands at the back of our heart in prayer. Now let this go gently. You might not be as high up as you want to be, so just work in stages. Let's stay here for a few breaths, letting the shoulders relax, the chest shine open. And we'll try and practice this one later for another pose. All right, and then release and shake your hands out. Give them a good shake, get the blood flowing again. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, we're not going to do high mountain, sorry. Just be in regular mountain. Arms relaxed by your side. The focus is on the feet now. So let's begin by rolling to the toes and then the heels. Don't fall over. And then the next time you just come down, I want you to use your feet to go in a circle. So follow the outside, the front, the heel. So we're making a circle as our feet move. Rolling to the outside, to the heel, to the other outside, to the toes. So you're making a circle with your feet and then go the other direction. Nice and slow. It might feel funny to go in the opposite direction, but again, we're giving our feet a nice little massage. All right, last one of these. And come back to center. Now let's inhale, stretch up, get long again, and be at the front of your mat, by the way. And then bend your knees and just take another fold forward. Bow your head, 1 breath. On the inhale, come up to flat back. And on the exhale, fold again. Now we're going to step back to a plank pose. As we progress, you can hop back, but I'm just going to step back. And let's take the first plank with our knees down and toes in the air. And slowly bend your elbows and straighten your elbows several times. And then come all the way down to your chest. Release your toes to the ground and press up to a gentle, maybe a mid cobra, maybe a long one, whatever you like. And we're gonna hold that cobra for a breath or two. Again, free breathing, no masks required. Fresh air. And then exhale, come all the way back down. Now tuck your toes, press back up to the first plank. And then take your hips high for down dog. In down dog, bring your feet a little closer towards the middle of the mat and raise the right leg. Stretch the ball of the foot into the air. And then we're going to open the hip. As you open the hip, bend the right leg, let the foot drop, or circle the foot around. Press away from the floor, equally in the left arm, equally in the right arm. Just enjoy that nice little hip stretch. Then very gently level out your hips and reach the right leg high again. And then knee gently towards chest. Stretch it high. Very gently knee towards right elbow. And leg back up. And should we do it to the left elbow? That's a little harder. Yeah, we can maybe try taking it to the left elbow. And then back up. And then step it through for lunge. Low lunge. And then lower your left knee on the mat. Inhale, draw up, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, maybe like this, maybe not. And maybe take that little back bend. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's release back down and roll the hips back for 3 breaths. You can roll them halfway, or you can sit on that left heel, come all the way down for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Let's come back to lunge. Now, moving on, try to see if this works for you. Tuck your left toes, and we're going to come to standing split. Left leg can be somewhere in the air, higher or lower. Right leg can bend a little. So we're in standing split. Told you we were going to get into the legs today. Let's do 4 squats, Jiva squats. Squat, bend the legs. Back to standing split. Squat, bend the legs. Back to standing split. Go slower or faster, you decide. And hold the standing split, just another slow breath. Good, and then back to the lunge and step to forward fold. Come to forward fold, dangle, sway. We're here for a few breaths. Stretching out both of the legs. All right. And then halfway lift, like a table, a flat back. Maybe stretch the arms out in front again, maybe not. And then back to forward fold and step back to plank once again. You can again put your knees down or not, lower down to your belly. Enjoy pressing up and staying in the cobra for 3 or 4 breaths. Let your ears relax, your shoulders relax. Enjoy the little arch in your back. And then go back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Shake out, whatever you need. Here we go. Let's bring the feet close together again. Raise the left leg high towards the ceiling. Stretch through the toes to the ball of the foot, then open the left hip and bend the left knee. Let the foot hang, or you can circle the ankle. Look under the left armpit, perhaps. And then slowly stretch the leg and level the hips. Knee to chest, gently and hold. Stretch it high, gently knee to left elbow and hold. Stretch, and then knee towards the right arm. And stretch it high. And step it or help it forward for lunge, low lunge. Put your right knee on the ground. Inhale. Crescent lunge. 3 breaths. With every exhale, let gravity in the exhale. Let your hips sink a little lower. Last breath. And then release the hands slowly. Half splits or sit back on that right heel if you'd like. And then back to lunge, getting ready for our standing split. Tuck the right toes, raise the right leg. It could be high or even low, or even the foot on the ground. So make it work for you, and then we'll add the 4 squats, the Jiva squats. Bending that left leg and that right leg tucks behind it. And back to the standing split. You can let your head hang. You can let your left leg be straight or a little bend in it. And then slowly back down with the right foot. And let's step back to down dog. From down dog, bend the knees and drop down to your knees and take a well-deserved child's pose or an embryo pose, whatever you choose. And wiggle your fingers, let your wrists relax. Again, focus on the exhales for centering and grounding. All right, join me in coming back up to rock pose if you can, where we started. And again, if that's not accessible, just sit in another way. You don't have to sit in rock pose. Otherwise, again, we're in rock pose, and we're gonna let our chest come forward, almost like a cow. Feel the arch in your back, and then press gently back as you round your back and pull your chin in towards your chest. Let's go 4 more. Any speed, it can be faster. You can do it much faster than I'm doing it, or you can do it nice and slow. Just enjoy the undulating and the freedom that it gives your spine. And we'll finish 1 more of each. And back to rock pose. Now from rock pose, let's come back to downward dog. Take your time and we'll move on. Feet are close at the back of the mat. Raise the right leg. And this time just knee to belly or knee to nose. Go again, raise the right leg, knee to chest. Last one, raise the right leg and step it through for low lunge. Now just keep your left toes on the ground, not your heel's in the air, and let's come up for crescent. As you reach your arms up, straighten your right leg for a lifted crescent. And as you bend that right knee, lower your arms. Let's go a whole bunch more times. Arms up, right leg straightens. Arms down, right leg bends. And then back to crescent. And see if you can twist to the right, reaching your arms. Feel the stretch in your torso. And then see if you can come back to crescent and open a twist to the left, just using your arms. Back to center. And we'll do it one more time. Let's twist right. Try to relax the toes back to center. And this time to the left, twisting arms to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Okay, and then all the way up. And then we're going to take our hands back down and try that standing split again. Raise the left leg, forward little jiva squats. Standing split to the squats. 2, 3, and 4. Good. Step back to plank. And either take the gentle flow or just press your hips back for downward dog. Let's go the other side. Left leg up. Knee to chest. Inhale, leg up. Focus on exhaling everything out, all the air out of your lungs. Last one, inhale, leg up. Excuse me, exhale, step or help, left foot forward, low lunge. Now just keep the toes, the right toes on the ground, not the heel. And come up to crescent. Stretch your leg, left leg straight, reach your arms up. And then as you bend it, lower the arms. Let's go, keep it going while I just check and see how you guys are doing. Maybe we'll do, I don't know, 3 more, 4 more. You guys look good. Feel free as a bird here. That's the feeling you should have. And then let's come back to crescent. Left leg is bent, arms are up. And let's take a twist to the left. Enjoy the stretching of the torso. Keep the length in your spine. Back to the center and then twist to the, oops, I almost fell out of it. Twist to the right. That's hard. Back to center. Twist to the left. Back to center. And then twist to the right. Good. Back to center. Crescent. And then take the standing split. Take your time. Hands down, raise the right leg. So we're stretching and strengthening our legs and we're balancing. And then 4 of those jiva squats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from here, just take the right foot to the left. Let your legs bend, and again, just take a forward fold, forward bend. Sigh it out, breathe it out. All right, and then bring your big toes closer, your heels are spaced apart, bend the knees a lot, and raise your arms for your chair pose. Deepen your breath. Now be aware of where the weight is. It should be mainly in your heels. Then we're going to stretch the arms back. Now bring the weight to the balls of your feet. And we're strengthening the legs, the ankles, the feet, and we're balanced. Let's go one more time. Regular chair, weight is in the heels. Airplane chair, weight is in the toes. Back to your regular chair and back to mountain. Just reach your arms all the way overhead and then clasp your fingers and turn the palms. And just enjoy the stretch, the whole body stretching straight. Let's go one more breath. And then make sure you're comfortable. I'm bringing my feet together. My legs are even close together. I'm going to stretch. We're going to bend to the right. And you can choose to look down or up. Enjoy. And let's take another breath here before we come up. And then lean to your left. Take another breath here, really stretching. Towards the end of class, we'll do this same pose lying on our back. All right, and all the way up. Now bring your fingers free and either one at a time, circle your arm, or both at the same time. Imagine doing this at a beautiful place, like at the beach, and just opening up to all the fresh air, circling the arms. All right, and then slowly release your arms, and we're going to catch the fingers behind us just for a few breaths to warm up for our next pose. So we're straight, we're not folding in this, we're just stretching the knuckles back. Now let's release the knuckles like we did earlier. Bring the backs of the hands together, bring the hands up, and then bring the palms together. So reverse prayer. Reverse prayer pose at the kind of the back of your mat. Take another breath here. If this version feels uncomfortable for any reason, I'll give you another option. Then walk step forward halfway with your right foot. Your feet are hips width apart. We're getting ready to fold forward. So come to a flat back. And you're welcome to stay here. This is a lovely stretch for everything. Or if you want, you can go deeper, drop your head. If the hands are bothering you, you don't like the feeling of the hands, just bring your hands to your right leg or to the floor or to a block. Let's stay 4 more breaths. 4. Feel the alignment of your hips. Your right hip is going back, up and back. 3, 2. Now to come up, support your low back or just keep your hands in prayer. Come back up. All right, then release, take a stretch, and then hands to prayer in front of your heart. Let's just turn the toes the opposite direction. So we're facing the back of the mat now. Again, palms behind you, reverse prayer, or just hands on your waist. Press into your feet, get tall, and then come to a flat back. You're welcome to stay here or to try and drop, fold over that left leg. Again, your hands don't have to be in prayer. You can place them on the left leg or on blocks or on the floor. I just thought it would feel good to stretch out the wrists today. Left hip going up and back. 3 more breaths. From pyramid pose, let's get ready to press up, support your low back, and then release your hands. Step the feet together just at the middle of your mat. All right, roll out your wrists. You might want to do it like this, or wherever, whatever feels good. Let's see. Again, let's lace the fingers up, flip the palms, and take them overhead. See, I was going to try something. So palms are flipped and they're overhead. And then just bend the elbows and drop to the right. Hopefully you don't have a big fat bun on your head because that'll get in the way. Take the arms back up and then bend the elbows as they fall to the left. Let's go one more time. Take them up and to the right. Take them up and to the left. All right, let's take them all the way up, release, and stretch the arms behind you. Now we're going to take a forward fold at the front of the mat. Clasp the hands, lift the heart, and then bend the knees a lot and take a forward fold position here, clasping the hands. That's it. Deep breaths into your belly. Deep breaths into your kidneys, into your ribs. Let out stress through your mouth. Feel free to sigh it out with a beautiful sound. Then let the hands go. And let's prepare to step back with the left foot and take warrior pose 1. Come up, both feet grounded now. Let's begin hands on the waist and then reach the arms up. Have your focus at one spot. on the wall or floor. Okay, this is the prep pose for our next balance pose. So don't worry, you can do it. We're going to move to warrior 3. So we're going to lower the arms, take them back. And then we're going to press our weight into the right leg, try to lift the left. Take the left arm forward and the right arm back. This is what I meant. This is similar to what we did in tabletop balance. And then switch arms, right arm forward, left arm back. Have fun with it. Go one more time. And then back to warrior 1. Hands to heart and step the feet together. Let's just take a breath here. So we're just in mountain pose with the hands at the heart. All right, let's go the other side now. Let's see, how did we do it? I can't remember how we did it. Let's inhale, stretch the arms up. And exhale, lower. Now step back with the right foot. Is that how we did it? Sorry, I can't remember how we did it the first side. Hands on the hips, warrior 1, left leg bent. Let gravity help you bend that left leg. Keep it strong, reach the arms up. Nice and steady. Gaze at a spot. Here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready for a warrior 3 or airplane warrior. We're going to reach the hands back, stand on the left leg. It can be sort of soft, bendy, or it could be straight. Now take the right arm forward, keep the left arm back. Gaze down now and switch, left arm forward, right arm back. Go one more time. Just like spinal balance from tabletop. So we're standing. And then find your way back to warrior 1. Hands to heart, and slide the right foot to the left. All right, now one more balance pose. I don't think we've done this one yet. It's like a tree pose, but it's not. Again, you can have your hand on a table or the walls. Put all the weight on the right leg. And let's begin gently. Hug the left knee. And then we're going to grab hold of the left ankle and bring that heel towards the right hip flexor. Right hip crease, I mean. We could stay like this, or we can take the left arm behind us and hold on to the right arm. So give it a try. If it's something you don't like right away, just do a tree pose. Here for 5. So I forget what it's called, balancing half lotus, I think. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Give that left knee a hug. Walk it out or shake everything out. All right, let's try the other side now. Weight is on the left leg. Let's bring the right knee up. And find the right ankle or the right big toe. And get ready for balancing half lotus. Right hand to your heart or behind you holding the left arm. And I'm going to watch you guys now for 5. So it's a deeper hip stretch than tree. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. You can give the knee a hug. Which one was it? And release it down. Let's step out wide now and take a temple pose or goddess pose. So turn the toes out, same direction as the knees. And let's just begin by raising the arms. And then bring your hands together and sink into your goddess with the squat. All right, so we're going to start by just flowing. Bring the fingers down and then stretch back up. Back to goddess. Keep those knees turned out. Let's go 3 more times, nice and slow. Nice way to open the hips And then we'll finish up one more to take the full goddess pose. Sorry, I'm just falling over here. And then lift your heels if you want to try lifting your heels for balance. So the weight is in the toes or the balls of the feet. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Put your heels down 1 and come all the way back up and release your hands. All right, let's turn the toes forward now. And let's see, why don't we try a triangle pose? So if you use a yoga block, you can have it ready. Turn out your right toes to the short edge of your mat. You can have your block down. And turn your left heel back so it's on an angle. We'll start with our left hand on our hip, stretch. Then release your right hand to the leg or block. Give your shoulder time to roll back. And then stretch your left arm up. So the block feels good today to me. It's nice to have the floor come a little closer. I don't have to work so hard today. You don't have to do that. You can be touching your leg if you'd like. And then maybe finally take the left arm overhead for a little more stretch, or maybe not. I didn't like that. So let's look down at the right foot now and lift up. All right, back to the middle. And let's try the other side. Left toes point to the left. Oh, yeah, the block. Right hand on your waist. Stretch over your left leg, lower your left hand. Take time to roll your right hip and your right shoulder back. Stretch your right arm up or overhead, whatever you prefer. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2. Look down at your left foot and press all the way up. Turn both feet to the long edge, both hands to your hips. Take a baby back bend with a big breath. And then come to a tabletop back, flat back. And then let go. You can put your head on a block, like I'm showing. That feels great to me. Or you can just put your hands on the floor or hands on a block. Hold your legs. Plenty of choices. Let's take a few moments here. I'll count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not forget our twist. So come to the middle with your hands on the floor or block. With a flat back, a tabletop back, and raise your right arm. Take 3 breaths. Enjoy the twist. Twists are so good for our body. Come back down. Flat back again. Raise the left arm. It's a good place to have a yoga block under your hand. Good. And release. And let's bring our hands to our waistline or our hips. And carefully come all the way up. All right. We're going to come to the middle of the mat now. And we're going to sink our hips down for a yogic squat. So you can either have a baby one if you're just if you're kind of tight today or you're a beginner at this. Just keep your heels off the mat and just kind of do something like this. Or if you want, you can turn your toes out, feet flat to the floor, and take the full yogic squat. Okay, so your choice. I'm going to turn this way. Here for 5 breaths. 1, 2. You're going to appreciate this squat later today when you find yourself feeling tight in the hips. You might want to even do another one. Where are we? 3, 2, I forgot to count. And 1. Great job. Let's come down, take a seat, and go ahead and stretch your left leg long and your right leg long. And come to staff position. All right, from staff position, go ahead and bring that left foot high inside the right and come to knee to nose position. We'll sit up tall. If you want, if you have your yoga strap, you just put it on your foot. And you can just sort of stretch like this. You can go lower. Or if you just don't want to use the strap, lift your arms up and touch somewhere on your leg or foot. Again, focus on those exhales, grounding you, comforting you. All right, let's, right about now, let's gently come up. Okay, switch legs, left leg long, right leg bent. With the yoga belt, whatever you're doing, lift up out of your hips, reach up and come down a lot or a little. With a tabletop back, a flat back, or just drape your body over the leg. You choose. 5, 4. So we're still stretching out the legs. 3, 2, 1. And take it all the way up. And then we'll just sit in butterfly pose. One more stretch for the hips. And I'll see how you guys are doing again. Good. And reminder, with yoga blocks, you can put them under your legs and press into them. That helps stretch open the hips if your hips are kind of tight. All right, you're welcome to stay here. If you'd rather, you can fold forward, press your arms into your legs. Whatever you're doing, enjoy. All right, last breath here in butterfly, and then we take it slowly up. And why don't we do a boat pose? We haven't done one in a while. So it can, it means you're, find those sitting bones. You might have to move the flesh. Let the sitting bones ground into the floor. Let's just begin by finding a tall spine. And you can just do one leg at a time. You can hold on. Or you can do the other. Or you can with both legs. I'm going to keep mine bent. If you're flexible enough to stretch them out, go for it. 5 breaths. 5. Think of a big, beautiful yacht or boat. A motorboat, a sailboat, whatever kind of boat you'd like. And then feet slowly come down, scoot to the front of your mat, and lie down on your back, hugging your legs in. Massage out your back. All right. Now feet to the floor and arms by your side. Your feet, you should be able to feel the heels with your fingers. Now lift your bridge, your hips for bridge. And then lower your hips, release the bridge. Go one more time, lift your hips. And one more time, lower your hips. Now either come up with a bridge or a one-legged bridge with one leg in the air. And then come back down, release your bridge, and either come up for another bridge or a one leg in the air bridge. And then release your bridge. Do it one more time on your own. You could either practice a full bridge or maybe that one leg in the air version of the bridge. On your own, knowledge of your own body. And when you've done enough, settle back down and give yourself another good hug of the knees. And then cross the right ankle over the left knee and hold behind the left thigh. For the reclined pigeon. You can circle the ankles if you'd like. From the reclined pigeon, let go, let your arms come to the floor, and your hips fall to the right. With the right leg pressing on the left. Try to relax into this twist. Back up and switch the pigeon, left ankle over the right knee. Hold behind the right leg or right thigh. You can circle your ankles, move your toes, or flex your feet. Recline pigeon, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down, face down on the floor. Let the knees fall to the left, with the left foot pressing on the right leg. An assisted stretch, an assisted twist. Remember assisted stretches when we were at the YMCA? Maybe your teachers did them to you, they felt so good. Slowly back up to center. Now bring both feet down and just pause for a moment. You're gonna figure out what you need next before we move into Shavasana. So exactly what you need, do it, because you're the only person that knows that. And then when you're you're happy with the results, you're at peace with what you've done, maybe get ready for one more squeeze of the legs, and then we're going to move into Shavasana. I'd like to read you this as you start to relax your body in whatever position you choose. Please allow me to read this quote from this Catholic nun in France who later who became a saint. I think she lived in the 1890s, not sure, but she died when she was only 24. Her name was Saint Therese de Lisieux. I might not be pronouncing the French very well. Anyway, she says this. As you're relaxing into Shavasana, take a deep breath or so, relax. May today there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and faith in others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. I love that part. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. Enjoy your Shavasana.